We are all set up for the finale of this test series. England need to win the final test match to draw the series, which would be a remarkable achievement if they can do so. On the other hand, India will be looking to extend their winning streak to 13 series wins at home. Not to forget, the WTC finals is also on the line. If India win this test match, they confirm their place in the WTC finals against New Zealand at Lord's. I am Navratan Singh and you are watching Cricket Unlimited. The third test match was pretty similar to the second test, the only difference being this one ended in just 2 days. England won an important toss and batted first and were well placed at 78 for 2. But then came the twist. England lost their last 8 wickets in a pretty quick time and were bundled out for just 112 runs. India came into bat under lights and batted well, and by the end of day 1 were well placed at 99 for 3. The expectations for India was that they would bat long and bat England out of this game. But then was a twist once again. India were bowled out for 145 on the next morning with a lead of just 33 runs. England had a sniff of a chance in this game, but they let go of it and they were bundled out for 81 in the second innings, their lowest total against India in Test cricket. India had to do the formalities of chasing down just 49 runs, and they did that in emphatic fashion in just 7.2 overs with all 10 wickets in hand. India lead the series 2-1. So what was it that made the life difficult for the batsmen in this test match? Well, remember, this is just the second test match with the pink ball. This time the pink ball was skidding off the surface and was coming onto the bat more quicker than expected. That resulted in the batsmen having difficulty in playing the ball. With more and more pink ball test matches being played, surely the batsmen will be well equipped going ahead. The bowlers had a wonderful test match. Akshar Patel picked up 11 test wickets and was named man of the match. Ashwin got to the landmark of 400 test wickets, and even the part-time bowler Joe Root picked up his maiden fifer in test cricket. So what's it looking ahead? The fourth test match happens to be a day game, so don't need to worry about the pink ball any longer. But the Indians have made it clear the pitch will turn and will bounce from the day 1. They have gone ahead and even rested Jasprit Bumrah from this test match. So clearly that's an indication how the test pitch would behave. I would be wondering what the England test players would be thinking right now, what their mindset would be. If they are thinking that this is the final test match before they are returning home, they would be tired. I think the writing is already on the wall. But what if the players are thinking, hang on, we are 2-1 down in the series, but if we could win this test match, we would draw the series and that would be pretty good on our side. And if the players are thinking that way, I think we could see a good contest between England and India. For England to do well, surely Joe Root has to do well. He did that in the first test and we saw how well England performed. He's been the best player in the series so far, and Ben Stokes, who's had a pretty poor series, would have to support him. India on the other hand are doing pretty well. All the players are in good form and are firm favourites going into this test match. Well, surprisingly, Australia would be backing England to win this test match. A win for England would see Australia qualify for the WTC finals. So a lot of interesting facts in this test match to look forward to. Hope we have a good contest between bat and ball, and hope the test match goes longer than 2 days this time around. Hope you like my video. Please do subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Until next time, goodbye. See you soon.